Hello and welcome back to this channel. Dear students, today's topic is 5G architecture. It is the topic from the subject cellular network. Earlier, I have created the video related to journey of mobile communication from 1G to 5G. We have discussed the drawbacks of each and every generation. First of all, let me explain what is the need of 5G network or why it is required. See, we have discussed the 3G technology, then 4G LTE, then 4G LTE advanced and so on. We also discussed the drawback of each and every generation. Already these generations are overcrowded. It is very difficult to accommodate new technologies, so a new spectrum is required. We know that there is ever increasing demand of voice data, video data, as well as data streaming. So it is difficult for the current technology to accommodate all such new things. So a new technology is required, which is a 5G network. In this session, we'll discuss the architecture of 5G, as well as we'll discuss the requirement of 5G, then what are the descriptive technologies which are required for the implementation of 5G, and we will discuss advantages and disadvantages of 5G network. First of all, what is 5G? As the name indicates, 5G means it is fifth generation wireless technology. It offers dynamic information access. We know the meaning of word dynamic. Then wearable devices with AI, that is artificial intelligence capabilities, much faster access. This is the most important parameter, and more outstanding capabilities. So I have listed out some features. From exam point of view, you can expect the question, what is the 5G network, why it is required, and what are its features. So I have listed out important features of this technology. It offers almost 100 times the higher user data rate, then extends battery life of low power devices, can have 100 times more connected device, which is not possible in the current technology. Then it reduces end-to-end latency. Now the meaning of word latency is, you can say in a simplified language, latency means a delay time required from transmitter to the receiver. So 5G reduces end-to-end latency. Then it offers 1000 times higher mobile data volume per area. It supports virtual private network, then provides better connectivity irrespective of the geographical area, and more uploading and downloading speeds. As I mentioned, it gives much more higher accessible speed. Next part is challenges of 5G. From the exam point of view, you can expect a combined question like what are the challenges and requirements of 5G. So it is a combined question related to both challenges and requirements. First, I will explain what are the challenges of 5G architecture or 5G network. First is, it should support wide range of applications and users. So all these applications must include like the applications related to automobile sector, then related to household applications related to medical fields and so on. Then it should provide larger connectivity and more capacity, which we have already discussed. Then data rate should be as high as possible. Actually, it should be multiple gigabytes per second. We have discussed that uploading and downloading speed should be improved. That is the major requirement of the 5G. Then it should have backward compatibility. That means it should support the devices working with a 3G or 4G technology. So it should have backward compatibility. Then connection with suitable QoS, that is quality of service in the available spectrum. It should support, next is it should support multiple devices at a time. Then it should provide highly reliable and secure connection. In case of this multiple devices, you can say it should support the devices like automobile sectors like cars, then wearable devices, household appliances and so on. Then it should provide reliable and secure connection. See, as far as the security is concerned, it includes the privacy as well as cyber securities. So it should have much reliable and secure connection. And last very important challenge is the data rate should be fast. Then it should provide reduced latency. I already explained latency is the time delay between transmitter and receiver, and it should have reduced switching time while using different technologies. Now let us discuss what are the major requirements of 5G network. First requirement is high system capacity and data rates. We already discussed the system capacity should be as high as possible, as well as we should have fast uploading and downloading of data. That means we should have a higher data rates. See, the more spectrums are available in the range 6 to 100 gigahertz to avail the 5G network. But important parameter is that if you are operating the system in this range, in such a higher spectrum, it should be compatible with the earlier technology. That means it should compatible to the previous generation technology, that is 3G and 4G. Next is massive device connectivity. Usually 5G is designed to have 100 times more connectivity, that is 100 times more than 4G even in the crowded area. And 5G supports, this is a typical value, 5G supports 1 million devices in 1 square kilometer area. Third part is reduced latency. See, this latency, as I mentioned earlier also, it is the time delay, which should be as small as possible. It is a very important parameter as far as the time critical applications are concerned, like interactive games, voice or video streaming and so on. Now it should have reduced latency. There are two important parameters as far as the latency or time delay is concerned. First is the time taken by data to travel between mobile phones and fixed networks should be less. Second part, switching quickly from standby to the active mode. This is again important parameter, that the device should switch quickly from standby mode to the active mode so that the delay time will be reduced. We know that this reduced latency is again related to different applications. The applications includes industrial automation, then transportation system, healthcare system, gaming industry and so on. In this case, latency is very important parameter. These typical applications requires the latency should be less than 1 milliseconds. So it needs a suitable frame length. So it should have a minimal frame length, minimal subframe length, and it is obtained by providing the flexible duplexing in case of 5G network. And fourth important requirement is cloud integration. We know that this high speed 5G network can be integrated with the cloud for the storage purpose. So it will speed up M to M, that is machine to machine communication, and it is possible to make availability of cloud computing services even in the remote areas. The next part is disruptive technologies which is required for 5G. You can well say what are the advanced technologies or different technologies that is required for the 5G. So first is device centering architecture. There may be major changes required as far as the base station is concerned. Then the changes are well required in case of a channel structure and information routing. Second part is making use of millimeter wave, wave spectrum. Actually, two things are related to this. First is repurposing the spectrum. If you are talking about repurposing, that is reusing the spectrum, we know that global terrestrial TV spectrum is used for rural broadband access, just for repurposing it. But much spectrum is not made available by making use of this global terrestrial TV spectrum. Second is sharing the spectrum. Sharing the spectrum means it is suggested to double the current, that is present channel bandwidth. It is usually best for the microwave frequencies. So two things are related to this wave spectrum. First is repurposing the spectrum and second is sharing the spectrum. That means share the same spectrum for different things. Third point is massive MIMO. MIMO stands for multiple input, multiple output. So this is the major technology which is required for implementation of the 5G. In this case, the number of antennas at the base station are larger than number of devices per signaling sources. So efficiency of the system will be definitely improved because we are using more number of antennas than the requirement or than the devices which are requiring the antennas for signaling purposes. It also reduces the dependency of the devices on the frequency. That means it improves the efficiency of system. The fourth is smarter devices. In this case, the cell centering approach, in the earlier technology the major approach was cell centering, should be changed to the device centering approach. The device should exchange multiple information flow through several possible nodes in the given network. The technologies for smarter devices, this is the list of technologies which is used for smarter devices. First is D2D, that is device to device connectivity. Usually it is required for low latency and higher data rates. Second is local caching, for it is required for audio and video data. And advanced interference rejection, it is necessary whenever there is a use of multiple antennas at the same time. The fifth dispersive technology is support for M2M, that is machine to machine communication. So it is required especially for large number of connected devices, low latency and real time operations. Next most important part is 5G architecture. This is the diagram for 5G architecture. At the left hand side, the diagram shows the structure or architecture of OSI model. This, we know that this is the well-known model. There are different layers: physical layer, data link layer, then network layer, transportation layer, session layer, presentation and application layer. Whereas at the right-hand side, we have an architecture, corresponding architecture of 5G. So this diagram represents the comparison between OSI and 5G architecture. As shown in this diagram, the data link layer, which is also MAC, which is medium access layer, and physical layer combinedly produces open wireless architecture, that is OWA, for the 5G architecture. In case of network layer, there are two parts as far as 5G is concerned, as shown in this diagram: lower network layer and upper network layer. The network layer is based on IP, and all 5G mobile makes use of IP standards. In this case, each mobile is foreign agent maintaining COA, that is corresponding address, and mobile can be attached to several mobiles at a time. The session layer and transportation layer of OSI model combinedly gives open transport protocol, that is open transport layer. This open transport layer can be downloaded and it can be easily installed. Mobiles have ability to download the desired version specifying wireless technology installed at base station. Now the last layer is application services for 5G. It is combination of application layer and presentation layer. As the name indicates, it is used, applicable for to improve the service, that is quality of the service. So it is actually measurement of quality of service. In case of 5G network, at the mobile terminal, different parameters are stored. For example, jittering effect, then delay time, reliability, all these parameters are stored. These parameters are required to improve the quality of the particular service. So this is about the architecture for 5G network. Now the last part is advantages and disadvantages of 5G. First, we'll discuss advantages. First is brings all other technologies network on single one platform. Then it is more effective and spectrum is efficient. Subscriber supervision tools are available for quicker actions. Then higher transmission speeds and better channel bandwidth. Supports backward compatibility, that is compatibility with 3G and 4G network, earlier networks. Then supports virtual private networks. Disadvantages include practical implementation is still awaited. Transmission speed is difficult to obtain in many parts of the world. Then third major disadvantages needs infrastructural changes. It may need changes in the handset. And fourth disadvantage is security and privacy, which are prime important concerns, are still under research. So These are advantages and disadvantages of 5G network. So dear students, that's it for today's session. So thank you. Thanks a lot for watching this video.